Okay, welcome back everyone. This is the second part of the business card tutorial that I'm going to do. So we'll finalize the business card in this section and we'll add a few different design elements to it to make it look even cooler. Now, the first thing I want to do is make sure your foreground color is set to white. Mine is at the moment. If it's not, you can quickly just click this button here to go back to the defaults and swap black to white like that. And let's grab the shape tool, which is the ellipse tool. If you haven't got it, just click and drag, click and hold, sorry, and you can find it hiding behind those other guys there. Let's make a big white circle. Probably, let's make it about that big, say. And then with your move tool, let's put that in there. We don't need it at the moment. Just maybe put it up, make it about, yeah, roughly about here is good. And then what we're going to do is we're going to change the layer blend mode, remember, set it down to soft light so that it blends in with our background layers. And that's looking nice. And we're going to drop the opacity way down to about 8 or 10%. Okay, just so we can subtly see it. And if I hide it and show it, you can just see it right there. Okay. Now the next thing I want to do is we want to make 2 copies of this layer, so we'll duplicate it twice. So right click, duplicate layer, just click OK, right click, duplicate, duplicate again, and click OK. So we've got 2 copies. Now what we're going to do is we're just going to kind of move them. Well, we've hidden them at the moment. They're all in the one spot, and we're just going to move them down slightly from one another. So just click the top one, make sure the top layer is selected, and just kind of drag it down like this. I'm going to get the bottom one and the next one, and I'm going to drag it down like that so that you can kind of see this arc, this line that cuts across the business card. Alright, so let's create, let's click the top one, let's create a new layer again, and make sure your foreground color is set to white, and let's get the brush tool. Okay, the paintbrush tool is here. Click and hold and drag if you can't. Click and hold, and you can see it if it's hiding. Choose white. Okay, and make sure your pixels are set. You've got a soft brush selected. Set your size to about 500 pixels, roughly. Okay, and all I want you to do is just make a big white circle in the middle. Okay, roughly in the middle. Just with one click. That's all you need to do. Then, up here, I want you to grab your rectangular marquee tool, select that, and as best you can, just kind of drag, click and drag a selection out, and snap it to the ends, roughly about halfway down where that brush stroke is that you made. Now, with the area that's selected, I want you to delete it. Just press the delete key. Okay, so that's gone, and you can either move your cursor into this section and click once, or hold Command and D to deselect the selection. Now, with what we've got left over here is this. Command Z to put it back to where it was. We're going to just change the angle of it with the free transform tool. So hold Command and press T, Command T, and I want to just change the angle to about 30%. Now you can actually do it just up here. This is your little angle icon here. I could probably just click and drag and scrub that, but that's going to take way too long. Actually, minus 30 is what I want. So I'm just going to click in here, hit the minus button on the keyboard, type it, and then write 30, and then just press enter, and then press enter again just to set that. Alright, now we want to move this guy, I don't know, maybe around here, and blend it better with the background again by setting its blend mode to, I think we'll use soft light. That should be pretty good. And yep, and let's drop the opacity again so that it's a bit more subtle to about 40%. It's looking pretty good there. Now we want to duplicate this 6 times, so let's right click, duplicate layer, 1, 2, 3, it's probably a quicker way to do this, 4, 5, 6, but I don't know the quicker way, so that's how we're going to do it. And then let's just move each of the copied layers just to the right a bit. So that's our original one. It's our second one. Let's move this out a bit, just across, and just work your way up through the layers and move them up, and then it creates this nice kind of, these nice lines that which are repeated, which create this nice pattern. Okay, you can be a bit more careful than what I'm being and a bit more precise as you like. All right. Now let's create another new layer. Make sure it's on top of your other layers, and double click it and change the name to colors. And what we're going to do is we're just going to get our brush tool again, keep it at maybe at whatever it was, 500 before, and let's just go into our color swatches here. If you can't see this panel, just go into window and find color, and it will bring, or swatches, and it will bring this up. All right, I'm going to choose a purple color. I'm just going to put a splash of color there, red, this fluoro green color. This is just going to add a few more variations of cool colors coming in. And let's maybe just do a white or something like that over here. All right, and we'll change the blend mode to overlay again, so that it blends in with the background better. There we go, and it's still a bit strong in parts of there, so we'll drop the opacity maybe to about 30%, or however you feel it works. Alright, so that's pretty much it for the design of the card. Now, we want to start adding the text to it. Actually, the first thing, so let's get the text tool, and I'm going to choose, I've already chosen this font here before, copper plate regular. I'm just going to use that. I'm going to click here and just going to write my name all in capitals, Mr. Konomos, and I'm going to highlight it all, and I'm going to go into my character panel there. If you can't find it, again, go to window and look for character, and it will come up. And this is just like we used in our Illustrator tutorial, very, very similar, almost the same. So let's make it a bit bigger. 18 is pretty good. You can be more precise than what I'm going to be. Again, you can muck around with the space in between the letters and stuff like that. I'm just going to leave it for now, Mr. Konomos. And now I want to put this directly in the middle. This is going to be like the back of the business card. Now, a nice trick to do that is if I hold Command and press A, all right, it's going to select everything, that whole layer, that whole Mr. Konomos layer. And then you'll notice up here there are some options. This one will say align vertical centers. So this is going to align it directly in the middle vertically. This one will align it directly in the middle horizontally. So that's perfect in the middle. Now to deselect, hold Command and press D to get rid of that selection. Okay. Now I might just add another bit of text down the bottom, and I'm going to drop the size of it maybe to 10 points. I'm just going to write multimedia teacher. There we go. And I am going to put it up underneath there, and I'm going to do this trick again, Command A, and I'm going to align it horizontally to the middle, just with that button there. Now, if you wanted to change the color of it to, oops, let's just Command D to get out, or actually get back to the move tool, Command D to deselect. I can go back to the text tool now, and I can just highlight it, and I could like change the color or whatever if I wanted to. It's up to you. You start designing how you want there. Now, what you can do is you can save this, all right? So I'm not going to save it, but save this, and that'll be the back of your business card. Now, to do the front of it, save a copy. So it's already saved. Now go to Save As and just save a copy of it. So you've got two, and just call it like Business Card Front. Okay, so this will, you've got business card saved, and then you can already see I've already done two of them there. Cancel. I'll just cancel out of that because you'll save it. I'm not. It'll be a bit like this. There's the front. There's the back. Sorry. And there's the front. Okay, now you can use the text tool to align, design, whatever text elements you need in there is required for the project. Okay, now all I want to show you is one more thing. Let's just say this is the front of my business card now, and I'm like this part here where I want my logo to come in. I'll show you how to put the logo that we made from Illustrator in there. All right, so we're probably going to rearrange these elements, so I'm just going to get them out of the way. So I can actually go to File and Open. I can open my Illustrator logo straight into Photoshop. Where is my logo gone? Graphic design logo. There it is there. I'll click Open. Default settings, you don't need to change the default settings, I'm pretty sure. Just click OK. And now there's our logo that we created before. Now, this logo is a massive file size compared to this. So if I go and have a look at it in image size, it's in pixels. I can say I've got 12,000 by 3,000 pixels here. That's very, very big. Whereas I look at my business card, if I go to image size, it's very small, 1,000 pixels by 600 pixels. So if I drag and drop that straight into there, it's going to be massive, and I'm going to have to resize it. So a quick thing that you can do is if you just go to image, image size, make sure this is ticked here. It should already be defaulted on, and let's just change it to about 2,000, and it'll automatically give us the correct dimensions for the height because we've got constrained proportions selected. Click OK, and that's going to resize our graphic. And I'm just going to hold Command plus, oops, not Command P, Command plus to zoom in, and I'm going to use the Move tool. I'm going to drag and drop it, hold there, and bring your cursor down here and let it go, and now it's in there. Command T to free transform it, grab the corner, and make sure you hold Shift before you start changing the size of it, and that'll constrain the proportions as well so it doesn't get all out of whack. And then you've got your logo in there, and it's just up to you to design your text elements around your logo. Okay, so a bit like I've done there, I've just used my YouTube picture for that one. Alright, so that's it. See how you go with it and have some fun.